Hi Oscar, hope you're having fun time on Christmas Eve. What a special day it is, isn't it? And tomorrow will be Christmas Day. So anyway, it's a hello from me, Grandpa, and there's Granny. She's busy making lots of lovely things, including mince pies that your daddy likes. And I expect you like too. And of course, Auntie Anna's gone to see Damien's mum, the Devon Dynamo's mum in Exeter with the girls. And so we're just here with Moosey. And Moosey thought he'd do something really festive for you. So he's going to put his festive lights on. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, they're very, very Christmassy, aren't they? Anyway, it's hello from Moosey, and I thought I'd read you today just a bit of Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. I may not finish it today, but I'll finish it as soon as I can, and very exciting. And perhaps Annabelle might like to watch this too. It's great fun. So at Christmas, the other railway sends a Christmas tree to Sodor. Each year it stands on the platform at Tidmouth Station, and people sing carols round it. And the town band plays. There you see, look, there's Diesel, I think it is, with the Christmas trees on the flat trucks at the back, coming out of the tunnel. Whoa, that is exciting. A week before Christmas, Thomas was at the station with Annie and Clarabel. The Fat Controller was arranging the carol party. There we are, there's the Fat Controller with Thomas, arranging the carol party. You'll all have jobs to do, he said. Thomas, I want you to fetch the tree. Gordon will bring the mayor, and Henry will be in charge of cards and letters and parcels. So there is the Fat Controller, and Thomas is getting his instructions. Will we be able to join in the carols too? Asked Thomas. We'll see, promised the Fat Controller. It would be nice to sing carols again, sighed Thomas. Look, he's looking a little bit pensive there, isn't he? A bit worried. Not sure if he's going to be able to sing. 2 days before Christmas, the Fat Controller came to see Thomas. It's time for you to fetch the tree, Thomas, he said. Duck can look after Anna and Clarabel until you get back. So there, look, there's Thomas looking very excited because he's off to collect the tree. My goodness me. Why should Thomas go, grumbled Henry. He can't do anything a splendid green engine like me couldn't do. Look, there's Henry being very grumpy. Nor me, agreed Gordon. Anyone would think he was special or something. Thomas puffed happily away. Look, they're all grumpy because Thomas is going to get the tree. The other engines waited for Thomas to come back. They waited and waited. The next morning they were still waiting. Perhaps he's stuck in a tunnel somewhere, suggested Gordon. Look, they're all worried. Where is Thomas? Where is Thomas? You see all the snow? You've got lots of snow, I know. Henry let off steam indignantly. Pooh, he retorted. He's much more likely to be turned onto a branch line. He could have run into a cow, suggested Donald. Look, there they all are. Ooh, look at that, puffing steam. Being very boasting again, aren't they? They're very boastful engines. He has done nothing of the kind, interrupted a well-known voice. There's been a heavy snowfall and he seems to be stranded somewhere near Edward Station, said the Fat Controller. See, there's the Fat Controller telling them what's really happened. He's stuck in the snow. We're not going to leave him, are we? Asked Douglas. Certainly not, replied the Fat Controller. I shall need 2 volunteers. The noise was deafening. Look, the Fat Controller's got his hands over his ears. They all wanted to go and help Henry. Wow. Thomas, I mean, sorry. At once, Donald and Douglas were coupled back to back, and with a van between them and a snowplough at each end. Cold but confident, they set out to the rescue. There's Donald and Douglas with the van in between them and snowplough. Do you see the snowplough? At the junction, they met Toby, Percy and Duck, who told them that the Fat Controller had cancelled all trains and ordered all engines that could to try and reach Tidmouth. Oh, wow. Toby, Percy and Duck. Wow, there they are at the junction. It does look a bit cold. I hope you're not too cold at home. I know you've had very cold temperatures. Donald and Douglas puffed bravely on, but the snow was getting thicker now. They struggled through Edward Station. Look, that's Edward's station, and the snowplough's only just getting them through. Donald wanted to stop for a rest, but Douglas wouldn't let him. What if Thomas is lying hurt somewhere, he said. And there they are, look, pushing on in the snow. It's an awful lot of snow they've got to get through. Wow. Great drifts of snow lay across Gordon's Hill. Again and again they forced the snowplough into the snow, each time moving slowly forward. Look, they're working so hard trying to get up the hill with the snowplough. Then they drew back and paused for breath. Shush, said Douglas suddenly. I can hear something. Very faintly came a muffled cry for help. So there's Douglas looking worried because he can hear a cry for help. I wonder who that's from. Shall we guess, Oscar? Yeah, Thomas. It's Thomas, exclaimed Donald. Told you so, said Douglas. Come on, let's get him out. He must be frozen to his frames in there. Look, there they are digging poor Thomas out. He looks very unhappy, doesn't he? All the men working, getting him dug out. Before long, Edwards and James arrived with more help. The men climbed out of their van and set to work. Thomas was soon clear. So there they all are. Look, Edwards and James came to help out. And I think Thomas looks maybe a bit happier there, but he's nearly been dug out. Edward and James pulled Thomas and the precious Christmas tree back to a crossover, and Donald and Douglas helped him back to Tidmouth. Along the line they had already cleared. Look, he does look happy, doesn't he? And the tree is on the low truck there. Wow, James looks happy there, doesn't he? James the red engine, is that right, Oscar? Yeah. When they all reached Tidmouth, the waiting engines cheered. Look, there's all the engines. Wow. Look, all helping Thomas out, and there's Thomas in the middle there with the tree, and all the other engines are so pleased because they've been able to rescue him. Isn't that lovely? The Christmas tree was quickly unloaded, put into its tub and decorated, just before people began to crowd into the station. That's a great Christmas tree, look, being put up in the station, isn't it? That's a big Christmas tree. As a reward for your hard work, you may stay and enjoy the carols, the Fat Controller announced. James was so pleased that he let off steam suddenly. Whoosh! There they all are in the station. Look at the engines. Wow, I think you probably know all of them, don't you, Oscar? So can you tell me which one's which? I can see James is there, and that must be Thomas at the front, and Edward, maybe Gordon, I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Wow. The Fat Controller paused, but remember, he went on, this is a special... Oh dear. Lucy's antlers fell off. This is a special occasion. Be on your best behaviour. And I want no wishing. James blushed and looked at his buffers. There's James looking a bit sad for himself because he let all steam suddenly. Next, 1, 2, 3, boomed the Fat Controller, and suddenly, like magic, the station was flooded with light. 3 cheers for Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends. There we are, 3 cheers, there we are. Thomas got there, didn't he, Oscar? He made it through with the help of his friends. That's a lovely story, isn't it? As the cheers died away, there was a strange whirring noise. It seemed to come from the sky. Everyone looked up, and Percy and Toby smiled. They knew who it was. Look at them there looking up here. Percy and Toby. So who is it going to be, do you think, Oscar? Who's coming from the sky? With landing light shining brightly, Harold the helicopter touched down gently in the snow and out stepped a figure wearing a red cloak and hood. Who do you think that is? Eh, Oscar? Who's that? Who's coming to see you tonight? Eh? Yeah, it's Father Christmas. Come by, Harold the helicopter. Isn't that lovely? Everyone cheered as Father Christmas gave out presents to the children and the carol party began. There's Father Christmas handing out the presents to the children. Wow. Then Father Christmas thanked James and the other engines for rescuing Thomas. And everyone had a marvellous time. So there's Father Christmas thanking James and the other engines. Isn't that a lovely story? Afterwards, Thomas and Percy went back to the shed together. "It's no fun getting stuck in the snow," whispered Thomas, "but it was worth it for that party. Happy Christmas, everyone." And there they are, saying Happy Christmas to everyone. And they've got balloons. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? So that's a lovely story, isn't it? The story of Thomas being rescued because he had the Christmas tree. Really exciting. Now, I know it's the day before Christmas, which is Christmas Eve. And I think your daddy will read you a special story tonight. I hope so, Daddy, won't you, if you're watching this? Because it's a very special story. Anyway, I wanted to wish you Happy Christmas. I'm sure we'll be seeing you and speaking hopefully tomorrow on Christmas Day. But in the meantime, it's Moosey's here. You're being naughty, Moosey. Yeah, there we are. He's got his antlers flashing away, extra big Christmas antlers. I think they're rather exciting. So I hope you have a lovely time, Oscar. And it's bye-bye from Grandpa and Granny. Granny's busy, as I say, making things for Christmas Day. Ooh, it'll be lovely. Roast turkey. Ooh, scrumptious. And lots of love to your little sister Annabelle and to Mummy and Daddy. So we'll catch up with you soon, I'm sure. So lots of love. Bye. Bye.